What's going on with the truckers? Welcome to the Asian My Show. We have a very special guest today. We're talking about a man that's been doing a lot of great in the world for trucking and across the nation for trucking. And, sometimes a lot of the people that do great things don't get enough shine. So today, we're here with the president. I'm going close to the shirt. Close to the shirt right there, Introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Chris Antoiani. My friends call me Half Cut. I am the president of Chi-Town Large Cars, the owner of Long Ride Logistics LLC, and I am leased on to Nelson Truck Lines, and I'm just average everyday guy.
It's always the people that do amazing things that are always the most humble. So we're gonna stop that today. Quick shout out real quick to your organization. What do you guys do?
We do a little bit of everything. First and foremost, we do a lot of trucking. On top of that, we do a lot of helping people when we can. We usually do a show every year. It's been a couple of years between the COVID and everything else. It's been a couple of years since we've done a show, but we come out to support other shows. But we've done a lot of stuff for Wounded Warrior Project, small families who have been in need. Our last show we did $16,000 for Shriners Children's Hospital.
Ain't that something?
And it's great to help people. I always say the greatest feeling in the world is being able to help somebody that can never return the favor.
That's beautiful, brother.
That's
great. I appreciate that
when you
a lot.
hand somebody, not so much with the bigger businesses, Shriners gets a lot of donations, but when you help a small local family and you hand them a check and the look on their face, the tears in their eyes, you can't put a price on that. It's
love
awesome.
it, brother. I love it. And your organization, we talk off camera. We're talking nationwide.
Yeah, almost kind of worldwide. I've got guys in Canada, Australia, and then all over the United States, and they're all about helping each other and helping others.
I love it. I love it. So, today, before we start learning who you are a little bit more, let's talk about this beautiful truck behind you. What we got going on here, sir?
It's a 99 Pete 379. It's got a 550 cat with a 13 speed, 355 rear ends.
Let's walk it.
It was just plain white. We added some stripes to it. I actually drove it for 4 years as a company driver, and my boss called me one day and said he was retiring. So either I had to buy the truck or somebody else had to buy it. And everybody knows when you're trucking, everybody knows the truck is your truck. So after 10 years of not owning a truck, I've been doing this 25, I've owned trucks, and I swear I'd never do it again. And I couldn't let my truck go to somebody else. So I bought the truck, and 13 months later, I bought the stainless wagon from club brother that you've met, Rob Hallahan.
Yeah.
This used to be hooked to his W900, which is Chris Ringler's truck now. So bought the wagon, and that's it, man. She's an old work truck. I get a lot of compliments on her, and I appreciate it. But I always tell everybody the same thing. She's old, but she treats me good.
I love that. And when we talk about people that are in the industry and they see something like this and they feel like they could just never get to this level of having something for themselves.
Nah, that's not true. It's nothing but hard work and determination. I like I said, for 10 years, I swore I'd never own another one. And then I bought the truck and did the whole interior in it. That interior is, me and a bunch of club guys, 3-4 weekends in a row, 32 degrees outside because we don't have a shop. So we were in my buddy Chris and his wife Sonia's driveway, ripping the interior out, ripping the seats out, just doing what we could. And then it would start raining, and then we'd pack everything up, and then we'd try again next weekend. And we were in a crunch to try to get it done for Wildwood. And I'm not big on truck shows. It's not really my thing. I like to have something nice to drive, and especially now, something nice to own. It's pride. I take a lot of pride in what I do. I'm third generation trucker. And like I was telling you earlier, before the truck show scene, a lot of attitude, and now these guys realizing we're kind of last of a dying breed. You come to shows now, and I don't care if you've got an old beat up work truck like mine, or some of these guys got $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 wrapped up in their trucks. They treat me the same way that they treat another guy with $500,000 in their truck, and that's what makes us family out here. So that's why people make the time to do stuff like this. It ain't about the trophy or the bragging rights. It's about the camaraderie.
Hey, I love that, brother. And you talked about being third generation. did you know you were going to be a truck driver? I mean, at that point, did you have any chance to be anything else?
So I told this story once before. I said, my dad had old cab overs and stuff like that, and he put me in a truck, and I said, Dad, I'm going to be a truck driver. And now I tell him, why couldn't you put me in a Porsche and me say, Dad, I'm going to be rich? That would have been such a different scenario altogether. But
I love it.
It's great, man. I do what I love, and I love what I do. I don't feel like I go to work any day of the week. I really don't. And I love who I do it for. You know what? The truck and trailer is mine. But like I said, I'm leased on to NTL out of Wisconsin.
And maybe we'll get an interview with that gentleman later.
And
wherever he is.
But they treat you like family. So you don't, the teamwork by us is insane. I've never, 25 years of doing this, like I said, third generation. And the teamwork that goes on here is unreal. So there's five of us. There's 5 of us here today.
Are you guys all lined up?
And there's 3 of us are, and then Nick's parked up front, and then Uncle Gary brought the pickup truck, so we had a way around.
I tell you, man. No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Any quick advice for the people that want to get into this game and be successful?
Surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with successful people. The conversation is different. You can hang out with a lot of people who don't share your drive, your dreams, I don't want to call them expectations because it's not really what you expect. It's when you get into something, start talking to the old timers. Go talk to the old guys. Go talk to the guys that have been doing it for a long time. And honestly, even some of them guys are kind of burnt out on it. Lord knows, my dad tells me all the time, trucking has changed. And I've seen it in the almost 25 years that I've been doing it. And it has changed. But it's all about attitude. Go into it looking to being successful, but listen to the old guys, listen to what they got to say, take advice. Like I said, 10 years, I swore I was never buying another truck.
And then I went, and
I own the truck and the trailer, but I went before I did it.
Yeah.
The guy, Aaron, that I'm leased on to, we've been friends for a long, long time. And before I even did it, I went and talked to him. I'm like, listen, I know how I run. I know what I do, this and that. We were leased on to him. My boss was leased on to him at the time. I said, is this, something we're going to be able to continue with? He's like, yep, put together a business plan, write it down. We'll sit down. We'll have a meeting. He didn't treat me any different than anybody else, but he also pointed me in the way of success. And a lot of my big decisions, I still go to him and ask him. He didn't get where he's at, by making bad decisions. So I went over, talked to him. Okay, look, what do you think? What's your thought process on this? But I also said, okay, 1 truck and 1 trailer. That's it. I don't want to own more. We've got some guys who, have 2 or 3 trucks leased on with them. I don't need that kind of headache. I'm not that much of a people person to be cutting anybody's paychecks or dealing with. No, I'll just 1 truck, 1 trailer. I'll always keep the truck. I'll upgrade the trailer every few years.
There it is.
Got to have those tax write-offs.
There it is, and I see on your arm, that might have to be the intro. Boom. President, Chi-Town, Large Car.
Love
Let's
it.
go.
Love what I do.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.